Main focus we've been having issues with over the last couple of weeks is diesel engines. They've been an absolute pain in the arse. Little Mini Cooper, you saw this in my last video, the old Randy Mini, previously owned by Prince Andrew, and believe me, that thing is lovely, and me, it's quick. Right, before we start today's video, need to give you fair warning. You've got less than 10 days to go until the conclusion of the latest Car UK raffle to win this stunning 1.3 SPI Mini Cooper. An absolutely outstanding example that we picked up earlier in the year from a very prestigious auction house. It is a proper 10 out of 10 car, out the box. You'll struggle to find one better out there. It is a beautiful, beautiful example. A very solid car that originally came from Japan. An absolute must-have classic, one of the best cars we have ever raffled by far. Now, to get involved, you're going to need some tickets, and you can find those tickets in the link description box below. Click on the link or the QR code on screen now. Use one of those free alternatives and get yourself over to raffle to get your ticket. It's just £1 for a ticket, and the more tickets you buy, the more additional free tickets you get. So buy 5 or 10, 15 or 20 pounds worth, you'll get additional free tickets, giving you even more chance of winning that fantastic Mini. And if you don't want the Mini, still get involved, because there's a cash alternative on this draw of £6,000 just in time for Christmas. So make sure you get yourself involved today by clicking on those links or scan that QR code now, getting hold of your tickets and having a chance of winning that fantastic Mini Cooper. Good luck. Even all, welcome back to the Car UK channel, and you join me here at the Car Pitch, where we deal in budget cars under £5,000, the cheap end of the UK used car market. Right, it's been a good 2 weeks since we did a pitch update, and I thought now would be the time, even though it is raining, to do that with you, because the last couple of weeks have been a little bit strenuous. We've had quite a few warranty claims, sadly. Main focus we've been having issues with over the last couple of weeks is diesel engines. They've been an absolute pain in the arse. We've had 3 warranty diesel claims in the last couple of weeks, and we've still got one of them ongoing, which is becoming a real head scratcher. And saying it's put us so far behind, because obviously take up ramp time and ramp space means we haven't quite managed to get all the things we'd like to have done, including putting the ramp up. Remember that ramp that's been sat in my yard? Well, yeah, it's still there, and it keeps getting postponed. Well, now we decided finally we're going to close the doors on Tuesday and get that fitted, get it done once and for all. Now we seem to be sort of clear by one of our warranty claims. But I'm going to talk more about that later on, because I am getting absolutely peed off with diesels, and I want to know your thoughts and opinions on diesels in general. And I say we'll go into a few more details on the specifics of the claims. But first of all, let's do a little bit of a mini pitch update, say what's been selling, because we have sold a few cars, what's come in, got some new arrivals, including a couple of interesting cars. And as well, today, before we get going, let me know your thoughts on the video quality, because today I've changed the camera settings. We're now actually filming in 4K. We've had a bit of an upgrade on the Car UK channel, so let me know your thoughts on the quality of the video footage going forward. Is it better than the previous stock footage we used to go from 1080 up to 4K? I'm hoping it's going to look better, and you're going to see more of the vehicles and get more detail from the video shot, so let me know in the comments. Right, let's have a look around. Right, where do we start? Let's start off with some sales first, and then we'll catch up with vehicles that are pending. So, sold the Vauxhall Corsa, that's been parked up yesterday. That is a 14 plate, little white one, sold pretty much straight away, to be honest. That flew out the door. Got a chap who's coming down, I think from Scotland, for that one. So that is going to be going on the ramp hopefully tomorrow. We've also sold the Fiat Punto. Remember the Punto? Been on sale for quite a few weeks actually. Maybe 6-7 weeks. Quite surprised really, because a lot of car for very little money. Little 15 plate Punto, very clean, low mileage thing. And we've had a chap coming from the Midlands who's came up yesterday and put a deposit down on that one. And he's got a nice car for very little money. A lot of car really on a 15 plate for what you pay for that. You know, that'd been an equivalent Corsa or Fiesta, probably an extra £1,000 on top for practically a similar type of vehicle. So that's a good value, I thought. So that is now sold. We've got a pending customer on a Fiat 500 in Black the Sport. I think we might get that gone by the end of the week, the way things are going. I think she's just gone to get an insurance quote, and that could be going soon. We've also got a little bit of interest on the Rover 75. We'll come back to those 2 classics in a minute. We've also sold 13 plate Corsa. So this we sold I think it was last Saturday. So this is a 13 plate Corsa D. Been at the paint shop, been there for a good week or so, queued up. Come back, sold it immediately. So a chap's bought that one. Needed quite a bit of work, in fairness to it. Very clean, low mileage car, but just typical Corsa. Needed lots of work. So it's had Wheels refurb, couple of wheels done. We've done the usual thermostat housings that leak. We've done all of them because they were leaking. On that one, rocker cover, they've all been done because it's brand new. New purge valve on it because they always go and start clicking and cause EML faults. We always put new ones of those on. We've had new suspension on the front as well. I'm sure this is the one. Yeah, so it's had new struts on the front, stripped and cleaned the brakes, couple of tyres. Rear brakes, they're having new shoes and cylinders on because they were manky and old. They would have passed probably an MOT, but why bother? You know, they wanted coming apart anyway because the handbrake was rubbish. So we just had all that redone, although my colleague has knackered the brake pipe getting the cylinder out, so we had to make a brake pipe up for it. But it's had a bit of work done to it, but luckily we bought it at right money. We managed to sell it at the right money, so decent margin in it, even after we spent several £100 on bits and bobs, parts for it, including an ABS pump, because it had an ABS pump fault, very common on Vauxhall courses where you brake and they feel like they're going to pull off to the one side of the road because you have a problem with the ABS pumps. But we keep them in stock. We get spares all the time because we know it's a common issue, so we change that as well. Little 16 plate 108, that is a sold car. Probably have mentioned that previously, but we've just finished this off today. Needed a little bit bits and bobs doing to it. We had to repair a seat, we had to repair a wiper motor, we had to repair what else repair on this? Rear light, we do that as well. Underseal it all, usual drop links and stuff like that we do on these. We had to do all that side of it. Had to buff the brains out of it. We've just done a first mop. We've got to do a polish on it tomorrow, and that is going out Friday. Young girl's having that, first time driver, and they say these are good news. Little 108 C1s, Igos. In fact, we sold the red Igo. I think we've got a picture of it here. That went out literally about an hour ago. That sold last Saturday, and they just picked it up. That's a local sale. I'm glad that has gone because, well, one, it's red, and red cars sometimes linger, but it's a very good car, and yeah, it was just nice to see a nice car like that go out to a first-time driver. Someone's going to get years out of that, and it drove excellent and didn't really need that much work to it because it had a very, very good history. Other things we got on sale, let me go through them quickly. Suzuki Celerio, a 19-plate Celerio. I've never mentioned this before. We picked this up and had a little bit of paintwork done to it, and now it's all smartened up now. And we've got it up at the cheapest Suzuki Celerio in the country on a 19-plate. Bear in mind, it's only done 15,000 miles genuine off a little old lady. We had it off 15k, so 5 grand for 15,000 miles. It's almost a brand new car, and say Ruby Suzuki be very, very reliable. Although I have just noticed I've missed a little touch in there. I'm going to do that in a minute when it stops raining. But other than that, it's all right. We had a little bit of paint on the front, but not that you'd be able to tell, and that was it. Yeah, it's been on sale about a week now. Due a fresh bath, I think, when this rain stops and what's power washing off again. But it's an ideal car for someone. If you just want a car that's going to be reliable, then this is the one, isn't it? For 5 grand, that's going to last. You could buy that and know it's going to last 10 years at 15,000 miles on it. It's barely moved, hasn't it? Other ones we've got in stock: a Corsa, red Corsa E 1.2. A little bit of interest on this, but it's red, so I expect it to linger a little bit longer than others. But we've got it up priced sensibly, decent mileage on it, and it is a clean car. Had a little bit of work done to it, but it's in nice condition for its age. Black wheels on it. Bit of dealer's mist on it at the moment. Can't beat a bit of dealer's mist to make the cars look lovely. I think I redid the front grille because it was a bit of a mismatch job. Someone has put some very, very trick wing mirror covers on, which I was going to take off, but highly likely that it's going to be a young lad or lass who'll buy this car, and they'll probably like them, and if they don't, we can always remove them. So there we go. Anyway, 83,000 miles, little Corsa E. We've also had in a 107 in red, a little cheapy one on a 63 plate. That's not dear car, I think it's about 2,800 quid. Decent mileage on it. Good sellers, obviously the Igo 107s. We've started to sell more of the Mark 2s now, but we still get the Mark 1s in because they just offer incredible value and they're just super reliable. Viva had a bit of interest on this. Thought it might have sold a bit quicker than it has. 65 plate, it's only up for 27.50. But you remember, this is a previous Category S vehicle we've had in. We sold some years ago. We know it's structurally sound. It drives absolutely mint. So we've done 60,000, cheap tax. We've had lots of people interested, but no one's fully committed yet. Not even had a test drive on it. Had a chap in the other week who we went away. He's going to have a bit of a think about it. Obviously, people get put off by the fact that it's categorised, but in reality, there's nothing wrong with it. It drives fine. You wouldn't be able to tell really where it's been damaged. It's probably been damaged on the front corner, to be honest, from what I can tell. But it's, you know, it's superficial, and for what it is for a 65 plate car, it's £1,200–1,300 cheaper than otherwise it would be. But there's nothing wrong with it, and so we can stand by it. And if someone wants to come in with that £2 to £3 grand mark for a car, that is a potential. Probably would have been better if it wasn't red, because as we say, red is not the best colour. Says the man with 3 cars currently on sale in red. But they all go in the end, and say we can vouch for that car. And they're very practical, the Vivas. 5 doors. This has got good mileage on it. It's got decent spec on this as well. It's got heated seats. It's got cruise control. It's a lot of carry for little money. You can run on a budget. We've also just had this Focus landed. This is going to be a little cheapie. It's going to be around a couple of grand mark. Focus titanium. Had the wheels switched off immediately because it had the horrible titanium multi-spoke wheels in. That's the first job we did the other day. We haven't done anything else with it yet. We just literally had it on a ramp, changed the wheels over for a set we already had off a Mark III Focus, because the other ones wanted powder coating anyway, and they're awful wheels, so we just thought, sod it, we'll change them over for them. And then we've just got to get on with it probably tomorrow. Once cleaning up a bit, I need to go out and drive it, and that's really it. But it is going to be going on sale, all being well. I did have a look underneath it yesterday. To be honest, it doesn't need too much, to be fair. It's not too bad underneath. Just wants the usual sort of stuff you would expect. Someone has put a very, very big tablet screen in it. Done 93,000 miles, 1.6 petrol, cheapy little 5-door Focus. What marks that? Mark 2, Mark 2.5 you'd call that. It'll clean up well. And I'd say those cheapies under 2 grand or just over 2 grand mark always do well here on the pitch. Other things I've got to work on as well. Corsa, I've got another one that's just landed, a 65 plate in black. Little bit up on the miles, that one, but be down on the price, going to be low 3 grands, which is handy because we don't get many. I think the cheapest Corsa we've ever sold is 3.5 grand. That'll be the cheapest one when we finished it. Is a 1.4 petrol. I'm not sure if it's an EcoFlex one or not, because some of them were cheap tax, some weren't. But nonetheless, it will probably sell anyway once we minted it up, because the price point will be very attractive to someone who's probably wants to spend 3 grand on a small car. They might want a Corsa. They'll probably looking at a Corsa D like that shape there. A couple £100 more, they could probably have something like that. It's got slightly over average miles, so it's probably going to fall into the right category. So we'll get on with that in a few days' time. We've got a Duke that's just landed as well, 1.6 petrol Duke, limited edition, which is going to be needing some paint, I think, on the bonnet. My valeter, unfortunately, took a power wash too close to the bonnet and took a little bit of paint off, which these things happen, it's an accident. But we've got to get it painted now. Or I may have found a bonnet in colour, because that colour is a pearlescent, and well, pearlescent colours don't look great when particularly when you're filming them now. You'll look at this and it'll look all different colours because of the way the light shines on them. But trust me, the paintwork all matches. But we need to do the bonnet, and I've got one coming. Well, I think I've got one coming in the same shade of colour. I'll know tomorrow when the chap gets it in. I'm going to take a sneaky look at it. If it is, we might have to change the bonnet over and get away of not having it painted, which would be nice, because the rest of the car is actually quite low mileage. I think it's only done low 60,000s. We're going to have a couple of the wheels repainted. As you can see, they're a little bit caught on the edges, so we'll have 2 wheels repainted, these fronts, get it all buffed up, and then we can get it on sale. We'll test drive at the moment. Someone could come and test drive it, no issues at all. We just need to just get it all finalised off. So just give it a quick clean inside. There's a few other bits I want doing to it. Like I said, we'll go for it properly in the next few days. Main thing is just obviously just try and locate the bonnet, or if not, it'll be painted up. It'll be put in the paint queue, sorry, and then we'll have to you know, wait for it to come back and be finished off. Might look at getting some new stickers as well, because the limited edition stickers are falling off, or just remove them maybe. I don't think it makes much difference. Other things I need to get on with. I've got another Duke diesel there I need to look at. I think that wants an injector. Changed one injector on it already, but it's still got a very slight pinky noise when you first start it, so I need to do that. Although I'm sure I've got another injector lingering around somewhere in the back, so I'll do that at some point. Astra, have PDI'd that, and then it's been stuck in the corner, buried. I need to get that out in the next few days and do that. Little 1.4 petrol, again, low 2 grand sort of Astra, you know, entry-level Astra. It'll be on sale very quickly and sold very quickly. And it does need a bit of work, but we bought it at the right money, and to be honest with you, these Vauxhall bits are really cheap to do, so we'll get that organised as well. The Peugeot, say I haven't managed to do much with that. Need to get it on the ramp in the next hour or so. That's the plan. Do a full PDI on it, because I think there's a little bit of notchiness in the steering, and I think it might need either steering inner joints or potentially a rack. I'm hoping it's inner joints, because the racks are really expensive on these. But if it needs a rack, they'll have to have a reconditioned one on it. We'll have to do it, because we're going to sell it, and we have had some interest on it, but unfortunately I've just not managed to get anywhere near it. It's been inundated with sold cars, stuff that's had to go before it, and then ramp space has not been available. Also as well, we had a ruck of export vehicles go out last week and yesterday as well, finished off, and it's just set us back a little bit, to be honest. It took a bit more time than we first thought, so it's yeah, just thrown us back more than we wanted to. We've got a C1 there as well, forgot all about that will go on sale. That is a little 11 plate one, again only be a cheapie, a couple of grand. Don't think it's big miles on it, but it's got a steering box fault, little box unit under this column. Very rare, but can happen. And say the steering's packed up, but I've got a spare one in the cupboard there. I've stripped it down and not finished it off, so I'm going to when I dig that out, I'm going to get that out as well and fix that today and get that on sale for the next update. Mini, not touched that. Needs to get that in the workshop probably in the next couple of weeks, being realistic, because I've got another Mini somewhere as well, a Rev one, which I've not touched, and I need to get them organised. I forgot about this one before we move on. Ford KA, sorry to go back on myself a little bit. Little blue Ford KA, picked this up yesterday. Only done 50,000 miles. Yes, 50,000. So yeah, I thought I'll have a bit of that. Customer came in, wanted to obviously get rid of it. They basically got a new, well, they got a van actually, gone from a car to a van. So she wanted to dispose of it. And so we did a deal. She wanted a little bit too much really for it at first, but we managed to sort of show her on the values and say, look, I'm giving you a fair price. And in fairness, it was quite clean. Well, it is clean. It is clean. He wants a bumper corner doing at the back there, which he's going to get organised hopefully in the next few days. But that was really it. It drives exceptional. We sell loads of these. Usually we get them in 13, 14 plates. They're around 2,800 quid, 2,995 mark. This one's on a 13, but it's in the best colour, and 50,000 miles. I thought it's worth a few £100 more than what we otherwise would have sold her 80, 90,000 mile versions. So it's gone up for 3,195, and it's titanium as well. So we've got alloys, got lecky windows, got central locking, just an all-round bit of better spec really. So yeah, I think that will sell pretty quick, being low mileage and low tax. Finally as well, we've got the Mocha. We sold this as well, forgot about this. Vauxhall Mocha, 1.6 petrol, bought this off a dealer last week, and it was on sale for about 3 or 4 days, and then chap rang up and has put a deposit down on it. And we've started the process of doing the wheels. Wheels wanted refurbing, we did them in-house in the end, so we've done those, smartened them up a bit. Needs a ruck of bits doing to it, suspension bits, usually shockers on this. This is having all brand new shock absorbers on it, front and back. We're going to change some other bits as well, some service items. I've ordered a new stereo for it because the buttons are all worn. I'll show you inside quickly if I can. I'd mind you being able to open that door, the jack's in the way, but I'll go for the back. Yeah, so you can see the buttons there, a bit worn, so I've ordered a new one of those. We've also got to take out the chrome surround, which always goes on them. We've got to fix that as well. We'll paint that. And that's really it. I did go home in this, and it drove very well, other than the suspension noise, which was just suspension, the half, just to get a bit tired. It's a big car really, so the suspension over the last 10 years took a battery and it's original, so it all wants changing over. So we're going to do that. Very bright car, very bright colour, and it's an SE as well, so it's tricked out with everything on it. It's got cruise, leather, heat seats, heat steering wheel, everything on it. It's a real proper thing for a 11-year-old crossover. We'll get that sorted. Dead corner, not much has happened here to be honest with you, so shan't bore you with that one. Metro has ended up in dead corner, but obviously that's because it's waiting on its engine. Part 3 of that video of the engine coming back should be hopefully in the next couple of weeks, so I'll definitely do that for you, hopefully get it up and running. Shan't give you too much details of what's been going on, but to say that the engine has gone, I'll come show you properly, has gone off to Paul. If you watch the videos, Paul Jeffers is helping us out with the build. He's got it all stripped down, been working on it, and he's doing his absolute best. And he's been a little bit unwell over the last few days as well, but he's still cracked on with it for us, even I've told him to take it easy. But he wants to get it all sorted and done for us and make it a nice car again, and that's hopefully what we're going to do in the part 3. So give it a couple of weeks, chaps and chapesses, that should be going live, and we'll tackle the bodywork as well and go through everything on it, because the build has took a little bit more effort than we first thought. That to order a few more parts, but like I said, I'll keep you posted of that part 3 of that video in the coming weeks. And as well, I got some feedback from the last video we did on the Metro, asking you guys about doing classic videos going forward, some project videos. Not bombarding you with them, but maybe doing the odd one a month, like we've done with the Metro, just different type of content like that in the garage. And overwhelmingly, everyone seems to agree that they'd love to see more of that content. So we're definitely going to be doing that going forward. I'm going to start buying a few more classics as well, mainly for my own nostalgia, like doing it. Plus, there actually is some money to be made out of them, and we've started to sell a few already, a couple of Metros and stuff like that. We sold a Micra as well, didn't we, early in the year. We've got the Mini now, I'm going to show you in a sec, a couple of old Rovers. We're going to try different things, maybe some Fords as well. And speaking of Fords, that is going to be our next project vehicle. We've got a Ford XR3 Cabriolet 1.6i that is definitely going to be coming into the workshop. Probably next week, going to film that one, start that process. That needs bodywork doing to it. We need to look at the engine because it's a little bit noisy and cammy. Give it a good once over and get that all right again. Also needs to sort out the roof. It's had a brand new roof put on it, but it doesn't open. Very strange. But we're going to catch up with that in a future update. So thank you for your feedback on that one. Let me show you my little classics. So, a couple of classics planned for down here in the corner. I've made a final decision over the next few weeks before Christmas. We're going to be doing a bit of a cull. There's a few cars in this corner I've decided just need to get gone. We're just going to trade them out or scrap one or two of them. So we're going to be doing that and then taking back this land and starting to have a few more, well, general sales cars and starting to get a handful of classics in. Like things like this. Cars for all budgets. Little Mini Cooper, you saw this in my last video. The old Randy Mini. Previously owned by Prince Andrew, or whatever he's called now. That's a joke, by the way. In British Racing Green. I've had interest on this already. We've already got a few people we're speaking to, so hopefully in the next week or two we could get a name down on that. That'd be great. Steering wheels arrived for it because the steering wheel was it's all worn away. I was going to have it just rebounded in leather, but it's pointless because I've got a new one online for less than what it would have cost me to have it fixed. So that's going to go on in the next few days. Going to have a little bit of paint done down the bottom of the A panel as well. It is a tiny little 5p scab it wants doing, but we're going to do that. Go underneath it, underseal it, smart it all up even more. But it's pretty smart anyway, to be honest. It's in really clean condition and I'm quite pleased with that. And that's got a, I won't say great margin in it, but it's got enough in it to warrant me doing it. And I love doing stuff like that. It's great. And you just know that, you know, us getting that hold of this car, smarting it up a bit more, undersealing it, servicing it, checking it all over, reselling it on again, it's going to give that longevity for the next customer, keep it on the road. And that's what I want to see. Classics like this get going for many, many years to come. Rover, this has been in the corner for ages. The price board in it. I'm going to get that back on the advertising tomorrow. I'm going to drop the price as well to $19.95. So this is a Rover 75 on an 04 plate. It is a diesel model. So it's a 2-litre diesel BMW engine they used in these. And no, it is not the one that suffers with the chain problem. This is the earlier BMW 320 using the E46. Very, very, very good engine. Very good engine. And they said these were exceptional drives. And this is a late facelift one as well, because this has got the later front end on. This is probably last year of production, 04, 05, because MG Rover went bust in 2005. Just got to do a little bit to the headlining because it's just dropped down. We've got to sort that out. But inside, very clean. It needs to be freshen up though, which I'm going to do tomorrow. Need to put a new battery on it because it's getting a bit lazy. 5-speed manual. It's a really clean car and it drives excellent. I've just got to sort out the exhaust as well on the back because it's got a little bit of a knock when you start it, and it's just the exhaust hitting the bottom of the boot floor. It's just not been set up right. Whoever's put the exhaust on, so we're going to do that. But I did drive that originally when it first came in. I went home in it because I am a Rover man. I do love old Rovers, and it did drive really well. And it's done about 120 thou, but I've seen these with 250,000 miles on, still going strong. So that's the plan with that. Clean it up, freshen it up, re-advertise it, 1995 it, see if we can get a name on it, and hopefully gone in the next few weeks, and someone can enjoy another old British classic. You might be wondering about this Fiat Abarth behind me. All I'll say to you is make sure you check out our current raffle, because our current raffle is for the little Mini, not the green one. This is a completely different Mini. This is the 10 out of 10 Mini, I'm calling it. The absolute out-the-box museum, the 1.3 SPI version, 1994, in the charcoal grey. It is beautiful. I mean beautiful. Our green Mini at the back there, that's an 8.5 out of 10. That's a nice car. Really nice car. The competition Mini, out the box, proper out the box. So make sure you get involved with that. That's going to be drawn, that Mini, the competition, the one you see on the screen now, on the 24th of November. So you've got a week or two to go. But after that, you could probably guess what might be coming up. And believe me, that thing is lovely. And me, it's quick. Right, I've retreated to the truck, get out of the way, because it's absolutely hammering it down. So, diesel disasters. What has been going on with warranty claims? So first off, we've had 3 diesel claims in the last few weeks, and it's really set us back. One of them, like I say, we haven't managed to resolve. So it started off with a VW Golf we sold, nice little black one if you remember, a few weeks ago. Had that back and forth with an EGR problem. Eventually got to the bottom of it and sorted it, but it was a bit of a faff back and forth. Customer was great about it, but it's annoying because it's one of those cars where we drove it back from auction, drove mint. Used it a few times actually, went home in it. I always try and do that with the stock, not because I'm trying to use the fuel up, although there is a little bit of that, bit of Northerner in me. But generally, it's because we want to make sure they're right. And if you go and drive them and use them, you put them through the same paces of what a customer's going to do, rather than just going around the block in them, and you can iron out any faults. Did that, never had any issues. And then it goes out and then immediately starts causing problems. But once we got that sorted, I thought, great, we've got no claims in. And then we got 2 more claims in a single day. One of them, first thing, was a Skoda we sold, a estate car, Skoda Superb. Again, a car that never gave us any issues whatsoever. Chap's had it for about 5-6 weeks. And then he just basically came in one morning with the AA, broken down on the way to, I think it was Ipswich or somewhere, on a long journey, dropped an injector. So we had to sort that out for him. However, we've fixed the injector and it still wasn't right. So we've had to put him in another car for now. Funnily enough, another diesel, a Skoda Fabia estate, remember that? You could probably notice it's not on sale. We put him in that as a courtesy car for now, whilst we get his Skoda looked at, because it's still got a fault. We've fixed the injector. The injector had completely packed up. It's running again, but it's still not right. So we think it's a wiring issue. When it comes to diesels, there can be a bit of a faff. And when it comes to electrics and dealing with diesels, look, my knowledge is pretty much dead on that. I'm no auto electrician, don't claim to be one moment. We do the basics, we check stuff, but if it's something deep buried in the engine or the wiring, it needs to go to a specialist. So that's what we've done. We sent it to a chap we know who deals with diesels, VWs in particular, lots of them, and he's looking at it now, and hopefully we can get that back to him. But I suspect, being a diesel, it's going to end up costing me a bloody fortune, and it may even need more injectors, because when one starts failing, the others can go as well, and it looks like it's had some injectors in it already, so we might end up having to buy another injector to get that fixed. It's going to cost money because they're not cheap. And then the same day that happened, we had a car go out, a Peugeot 3008 diesel. Again, I've had a picture I'll show you here, but it was a grey one. Got it in reasonably cheap, did quite a bit of work to it. Nice car, a lovely couple that have bought it. They literally got 500 yards down the road and it dropped an injector. Literally dropped an injector. Again, a car that I went home in. I even went to pick up a car from an auction in it because it was brimming with diesel. Must have put 90 miles on it, never missed a beat. Does 500 yards from purchase, drops an injector. Luckily, we managed to get that fixed, actually. At the same time, we were filming the Metro Part 2 with Paul, and he could see what I was absolutely, my head was gone. Managed to get an injector for it. It was Saturday as well, this happened, which is a pain because trying to get parts on a Saturday is always a nightmare. But we managed to get an injector for it, program it in, and fixed it and delivered the car to the lady that evening. It was quite late, we managed to get it back to her. So that was good. And then it came back again. This time, in fairness, it wasn't a diesel issue, it was the park brake switch. The handbrake switch packed up after about a week, which is a £10 fix. That wasn't the end of the world. So that's 3 diesel claims in the last few weeks. And full enough, they're the only 3 diesels that I've sold in the last month or so. And I keep hearing traders going on about the same things, having loads of problems with diesels. Now, I usually dismiss that because I've sold loads of diesels, and you don't really seem to get any more sort of claims than you would do with petrols that I sell of a similar year. Although I've started to notice really recently, over the last 6 months, every diesel we're buying is usually having a massive problem, and we're having to fix them either on site here, or we're buying them in with problems, or they go out and then come back and haunt you with a massive warranty claim. I don't know what it is about modern diesels, and my diesels aren't even that modern, but stuff particularly after 2008, when you got DPFs fitted and EGRs and later stuff's got AdBlue and coded injectors, they just seem to be an absolute nightmare. And I'm starting to thinking, is it even worth me bothering selling them? I'm really picky about diesel engines. There's certain ones I just will not buy. A couple of examples, I'm not a great fan of some of the 1.3 diesels and the Vauxhalls, particularly the early ones. Later ones, not so bad. I don't buy 1.6, 1.7 Vauxhall diesels at all. There isn't many diesels that I do like. I don't mind the 1.7s and the Kias and Hyundais. They generally seem to be okay. I don't mind some of the smaller Volkswagen diesel engines, the 1.43 cylinder. The 1.6 is a tricky engine. I always seem to suffer with injector faults and EGR faults with that. Even the 2 litres can be a little bit problematic. In fact, the only one really that I never seem to have too many issues with, although we're saying that, we've got a Nissan Duke with an injector fault I've just mentioned before, is the 1.5 Nissan Renault engines that are fitted into the Dacias and Renaults and stuff like that. They're generally quite good, and I've never struggled to fix one of those. Some have been a bit tricky, but you always manage to fix them and they're not, blown the bank in doing it. But that's really it. I really struggle with other diesels. The 1.5 actually in the Fords, which is a Peugeot engine, that's okay, but you've got to be careful of the later ones because they suffer with chain issues. I don't know, it's just a minefield when it comes to diesels. Anyway, we've got all them diesels bar one claim sorted now. We're just still waiting for the electric guys to come back and hopefully fix the chap in the Superb and get him back on the road. But I'm going to be very, very wary of diesels going forward, I think. Particularly some of the known culprits, because they're starting to really hit me. And I don't really need to buy them, to be honest with you, because we can sell other stuff instead of it. So maybe we'll be a bit more cautious going forward. But let me know your thoughts and comments actually on diesels, because are you experiencing the same things? Anyone who's had modern diesels over the last few years, have you got frustrated with them and decided to go back to petrol, or even decided to go to EV because of it? Let me know your thoughts on those diesel engines, modern ones in particular. Old ones, brilliant. We've got an old Skoda, the PD engine in, never die, brilliant. But anything after 2008, just a bit tricky. They just don't seem to be as reliable as they once were. Right, chaps, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'll give you another update video in a few days' time, so make sure you check that one out. Also, don't forget to get involved in the Car UK raffle. As mentioned, the Mini, that is going to be drawn on the 24th of November on the Monday, so make sure you get your tickets. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.